even have any sources.
Too cool for sources.
If you're struggling writing a research paper like a good pal Sebastian over here, I'm going to give you some tips. Research writing, it's a process. What that means is a couple different things. It means you got to work between a particular subject that focuses on a certain audience or certain people. You know, you have a certain purpose. You got to gather ideas from different sources on what you know. You got to focus and arrange your different ideas. You got to draft the first draft. You got to do that.
So, do you think you could show me any examples of pronouns? I really don't understand them that much.
Well, Jason, I'm glad you've asked, because we have a whole board of pronouns right here.
Oh my.
There's three groups of pronouns: possessive, subjective, and objective.
Okay. Well, some of the possessive pronouns are mine, his, its, our, and theirs.
Some subjective pronouns: I, you, he, she, it, whoever. Some objective pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, whomever.
So Caleb, I have a question for you. I don't remember what I was going to say. Okay, so Caleb, I have a question for you.
Yes, Jason.
What exactly are pronouns?
Well, a pronoun is a form of a noun or a pronoun that shows a reader how it clearly functions in a sentence.
Okay.
Pronouns should refer to another noun or even another pronoun.
Okay. Hey Caleb, I was having trouble finding my sources for my research paper. Do you think you can help me out?
Yes, Jason. Well, there's a couple places you can go to find sources. You can go to your local library, which I would suggest is the best place to start. Because you don't want to just search things up on Google or other search engines because you don't know if they're going to be true.
Okay.
You could always use, online databases, and there's other places too. You just have to start looking.
Well, looks like I'll be looking. This topic is about research strategies.
And basically, research writing is a process, and that means a couple of things. It means you have to work within a certain subject that deals with a certain audience, and other factors come into play on how your writing is going to be formed. You have to gather certain ideas, you have to organize your ideas, draft an essay, and then revise and edit your essay.
If you're going to write a research paper, you need a plan.
That means you got to get a schedule together. You got to know when your paper is due, because you don't want to be doing it at the last minute on midnight, when its paper is due.
You're going to have to find a researchable subject in order to write a research paper.
Then you're going to have to find electronic and book sources and you have to make it works cited.
I can't remember the word. Thesis. Alright. Next, on research strategies, you're going to have to gather information from your sources.
Be sure to take steps to avoid plagiarism. Make sure you're citing your sources clearly in the text.
Don't forget, in your essay, you have to develop a thesis statement and have a very structured body paragraph.
Next, you have to draft your essay. After that, you're going to revise and edit. Then, before you know it, your paper's done.
Boom, shakalaka.
Boom, done. When writing your paper, the first part you're going to write is your first draft. This doesn't necessarily have to begin at the beginning. Just start where you feel comfortable.
When you're going to edit your paper, you're going to go for a revision. During your first revision, you're going to be looking for thesis, structure, and other paragraph issues.
During your second revision, you're going to be looking for small issues like clarity, grammar, and other sentence level issues.
It's been long.
Evaluating your sources, you're going to want to scan your source to see what they have to offer and how you can use it.
Sometimes not all sources are relevant and reliable for your subject.
Taking out these irrelevant and unreliable sources is crucial. When writing your research paper, try to answer the question you're asking in the beginning of your paper in your thesis statement.
That is not my job.
Alright, get your notes out. There's three major types of websites you want to use for finding your web sources. The first one is scholarly. It's the most reliable. It usually is a written report with extensive documentation. There's informational, which isn't bad also. It's usually made by individuals or nonprofit organizations. And there's advocacy, which is also not bad. It's also made by individuals that usually try to promote policies or actions, so you have to watch out for biases. Wikipedia is also sometimes okay, but I would try to stay away from it.
Why did I stand up here? When you're synthesizing your sources, you're going to draw your own conclusions so that you can poop on my chest.
Oh my god. Maybe I had a dream where you kind of want to.
Using synthesizing sources. Synthesis is finding your similarities and differences between your sources. When you're synthesizing your sources, you're going to draw your own conclusions so that you can answer your questions on your topic.
When taking notes and writing from your sources, you're going to want to use three things: summary, paraphrase, and direct quotation. Summary is just taking the main idea from your source and summing it up in your own words.
Paraphrase, you're going to want to follow closer to the author's original ideas, but you're going to want to have to say it in your own words.
In direct quotation, you're taking a direct quote from your source.
Boom.
Jason, what are you doing?
Hey, Caleb. I don't mean to bother you at this hour, but I still don't know what pronouns are.
Come on, Jason. I'll show you.
All right.
Wumbo.
Patrick, I don't think wumbo is a real word.
Come on. You know. I wumbo, you wumbo, he, she, me, wumbo. Wumbo, wumboing.
I wonder if a ball from this height would be enough to kill me.
Wumbology? The study of wumbo? It's first grade, Spongebob.
Patrick, I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, I get it now.
Plagiarism. You want to make sure you avoid plagiarism. There's two main types of plagiarism. There's deliberate, which is doing it on purpose, copy and pasting, and you know you're doing it. And there's accidental, where you might be writing a paper and you forget to cite a source. It happens. You just want to make sure you can avoid it. Also, paying for research papers is plagiarism.
Okay. Remember, always be sure to ask your instructor which documentation style to use, whether it be MLA, APA, Chicago style, or CSE style. Now you know all about pronouns
And writing research papers. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful time.
Have a wonderful time. Shag, baby, yeah.